Thank you, Kurt. With 2 elderly men missing in the Maine woods and a storm fast approaching, rescuers were racing the clock last night.
But thanks to the dedication of search crews and the keen ears of a couple nearby, those men are still alive today. Chief photographer Mark Redeker and Brittany McHatton went to Township 32 to hear how it all happened.
I could hear a human voice, pretty faint, just saying, "Help, help."
Stephen and Shannon Lyon were enjoying a quiet night in their cabin when their dog Skylar started barking.
One more time. Get it!
Stephen headed out back to see what the commotion was all about.
When I turned around to go back in, she stopped barking for a minute, and that's when I could hear from that far away that voice going, "Help, help."
As the Lyons would soon find out, that was the voice of 77-year-old Sidney Hoyt. He had gone missing sometime on Tuesday after picking up his friend, 75-year-old Gary Foster, from the Maine Veterans Home that morning. The men said they were going for a drive on the Stud Mill Road and would be back by 5. About 24 hours later on Wednesday evening, with Stephen out inspecting the source of his dog's barks, Shannon turned on WABI and learned of the massive search effort underway.
Meantime, I turned on the 5 o'clock news and heard that they had been looking for these guys since Tuesday night. And so I drove up in my pickup and met him up on the road. And I said, no, they're looking for somebody. That must be who they're looking for. So then we came back and I called Jonathan Parker.
It's a sickening feeling, I won't lie to you. I've been doing this for way too many years, and we've seen the worst case scenario in these types of searches, and it's just that pit in your stomach that I know they're here somewhere, but where?
With Hoyt across the Sunkhaze stream and no easy way for the Lions to reach him, it was on Game Warden Jonathan Parker to make the rescue. At the time of the call, he had been out searching for nearly 20 hours and had traveled Stud Mill Road in its entirety from Milford to Princeton.
I would describe it as a needle in a hayfield. It's just so vast. We rely so much on technology nowadays, whether it's a cell phone, a GPS, some sort of mapping system, or even a simple mapping compass. Well, these gentlemen had none of that.
Parker speculates the men got confused where they were and took a turn onto a heavily overgrown road where they eventually got stuck.
I followed and followed. I'm driving over bushes and young saplings that are taller than me on what I can see on my GPS that there's a road system here, but it's so grown in, and then it kind of opened up, and then boom, there's their vehicle.
Parker approached the truck and found Foster in the back seat, hypothermic but alert.
To hear just the soft utterance of his voice was literally a huge sigh of relief. You know, it's like he's alive. He's alive.
Working with the National Guard aerial team, they were able to pinpoint Hoyt's location about a mile away. Parker transferred Foster to his truck to warm up and continued on to finish the job.
I'm not going to give up on these guys. We never do. We go till we find somebody and we bring them home to their loved ones.
According to Parker, Hoyt told him he had been outside since Tuesday night searching for help. The chances he would come within earshot of the only 2 residents of Township 32 are incredibly slim. But Parker says the Lions heard him just in time for a happy ending.
The stars aligned. The big man upstairs was ultimately in control. I give kudos to the Lions.
But they say the heroes of this story are the game wardens and the other search crews who stopped at nothing to bring the men home.
Anything to thank the warden service, because they're all you got out here.